Sarah will start answering the questions posed by Yeshua. Apparently, he has gone back already. There were 5 questions from him. The first one, what are the causative factors which bring the mind to Vipassana Jhana from Khanika Samadhi? Second, what is the normal maximum length of time the mind dwells in Vipassana Jhana? Third, besides ceasing of the breathing process, what are other hallmarks of Vipassana Jhana? 4. Of what use is Vipassana Jhana to the meditator? 5. What are the similarities and dissimilarities between Vipassana Jhana and the Jhana experience of a practitioner of Samatha Bhavana such as Metta Bhavana? Yeah, Samatha Metta Bhavana, Gidogo Samatha Bhavana. The answers will be long. Seattle has already told to limit the number of questions. John. So, actually, the meaning of the questions, first question may be, what are the changes from Khanika Samadhi to Vipassana Jhana? How do they change? Yeah, both sounds like so Seattle has to be explaining, starting from the basics. So it will be proper for Seattle to explain from Khanika Samadhi or momentary concentration. Seattle believes that everybody already understands what is meant by Samadhi. It is not other than the mind staying on its, concentrated on its subject without wandering off. Samadhi there are 3 kinds of Samadhi. Number 1, Khanika. 2, Upachara. 3, Appana Samadhi. Appana Samadhi. Any Domure Khanika Samadhi to the Kanada city, Ayum Bogai, Matakanada Kana, Sustavida, the Sustavida, Pamu Bogai, the Tigrija, Emu Bogai, Tigrija, Sustavida, Jaja, I will go away, Malaga, the Khanika Samadhi. We did them, give us the shoe.
So Miss China or never yet. Don't just say name, don't just say that you go out the human say your ground. Don't go at all. Yet, don't just say you're so many shoes. Two are only a significant say that.
First, Kanika Samadhi means the mind falling on a particular moment, on a particular object from moment to moment. For example, when we are noting rising, the mind may fall concentrated on this rising process for a moment. Again, when we note falling process, the mind may fall concentrated on the falling process for a moment. And this kind of momentary concentration can be gained by observing other objects. But one cannot gain this kind of momentary concentration without noting properly. It can be gained only when noting diligently. To be able to note diligently, the yogi must put effort. In other words, yogi must push his mind towards the object. Yogi must put effort. Then only yogi will be able to note diligently.
Upajjhara samadhiဆိုတာကလောကီဇာရကိုအထုရမှာရှုခွင့်အာရုံတစ်ခုခုစီစဉ်ပြီးတော့ရှုတဲ့အခါရှုရအောင်စိတ်ကလေးစက်ခါပေါ့ဆိုဆိုမြဲမြဲစိတ်တယ်ပဲသို့တော့အပ္ပနာဇာနာကိုကြည့်လို့အပ္ပနာဇာရဲ့ရှေ့ပိုင်းမှာရှေ့ပိုင်းစံပေါ့ဒီပိုင်းစံသမားလေးကိုဝတ်တဲ့သမားလေး
Upajjhara Samadhi. You choose a Lokiya object, and when you contemplate on this object, your mind falls concentrated in somewhat a continuous manner, in a stable manner. This is known as Upajjhara. But it is not still Appana Samadhi yet. Appana Samadhi yet. Upajjhara Samadhi, we can say it is a precursor of Appana Samadhi.
Appana Samadhi ayone ko setပြီးတော့ဝင်ပြီးတော့တသားတဲ့ချိန်မှာရှိခွင့်အာရုံနဲ့ရှိမှတ်တဲ့စိတ်တသားတဲ့ညဖြစ်နေကြလားဘုရားလောက်အောင်ဆွဲကပ်စုလို့ပြီးတော့တည်ပြီးတော့ငြိမ်ပြီးတော့နေတဲ့ဒီမာရီအပ္ပနာသမာဓိဆိုတာဒါလောကီဇာမလည်းရှိပါတယ်လောကုတ္တရာဇာမလည်းရှိပါတယ်လောကီဇာရောက်အတုတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ကြီးဒီဘက်ကအရိဘဇာနေဖြစ်တော့တဲ့အခါဒီအပ္ပနာသမာဓိအပ္ပနာဇာမလည်းလောကုတ္တရာဇာဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမှာလည်းအဲ့ဒါအပ္ပနာဇာမဖြစ်
Appana Samadhi means the mind penetrates the object and stays in the object continuously. The mind sticking on the object and becoming very stable in the object. So in this case, the noting mind and the object, they are together. This kind of Appana Samadhi can be found in Lokiya Jhana as well as Lokuttara Jhana. Now, when one gains Lokiya Jhana, and when they become in the layers of Arupa and Rupa sphere, or in a formless sphere, they can have this Appana concentration. In Lokuttara Jhana, they can have this Appana concentration also.
အဲ့ဒီသမာဓိ၃မျိုးထဲမှာသူရှင်းပြတဲ့သမာဓိ၃မျိုးထဲမှာအနိကသမာဓိနဲ့ဥပကြတဲ့သမာဓိကတော့ကာမဝဇ္ဇရပုဂ္ဂိုလ်စိတ်အပ္ပနာသမာဓိကတော့လောကီဆံနဲ့လောကီဆံသမာဓိနဲ့လောကုတ္တရာဆံသမာဓိတွေမျိုးလုံးရတယ်
Kama Sutra, pero digo,
Kama Sutra, dia suka, dia juga Kama Sutra sih, ada di situ nama Rupa, ada di situ nama Lokuttara, Ushukan, tetapi ini tidak ada Kama Sutra sih, ini tak kuat itu Kama Sutra sih, nama dekat.
So, among these three kinds of concentration, the first two, Kanika Samadhi and Upajara Samadhi, they are conducive to Kama Vaja Kusala. Kama Vajra Kusala. What it means here is the practicing yogi can gain this kind of samadhi, and after gaining this kind of samadhi, they may become a being in form sphere and a formless sphere. From there on, they can gain the other concentration, namely Appana concentration. In other words, this Appana Samadhi is Lokiya and Lokuttara.
Kanika Samadhi is Upadana Samadhi, Yo Loki Upajara Samadhi, Appana Samadhi is Upadana Samadhi, she can love the Lord. What a day of you day of young.
Out of these three samadhis, Kanika Samadhi can support Vipassana Jhana, and from Kanika Samadhi, this can bring the yogi to Vipassana Jhana. But ordinary Upajara and ordinary Appana Samadhi, they are basics, only basics for Vipassana Jhana. From Upajara Samadhi and Appana Samadhi, Lokiya Appana Samadhi, this will not bring to Vipassana Jhana. Only the basics.
Let me be honest with you, I don't need that. Dream Tani, I don't need that. It's in that somebody who's only I will forget ချိန်လာကတရားဆိုင်ပတ်သွင်းလို့ရှုအောင်ပါဆိုပြီးစိုက်ကြဒါခိကတော်ကြီးဖြစ်တယ်။အဲဒီမှာဒီတက်အောင်ချိန်ရွယ်ပြည့်တဲ့ဘုရားပါတော့လိုက်သိနေချိန်ရွယ်ပြည့်တော့အတမှုကလည်းပဲဒီပါးရတော့အဲဒီမှာစိတ်နဲ့ချီးမှုဖြစ်တယ်ဘုဒ္ဓတည်းချီးမှုဖြစ်တယ်ဒီကြတာဉာဏ်ဉာဏ်ပါဠိအဲ့တော့ဝိရကနဲ့ဝိจารဇန်ရဲ့နှမျိုးဖြစ်နေတဲ့အခါကဝိจารဇန်ရဲ့မျိုးနာတရားတွေဒီကျုံလို့ပြောတယ်ဒုပါနိတိအာယကိုဒီကြည့်လို့ဆက်လာကိုသိခါတယ်အာယုပေါ်ကိုက်မှာစိုက်ကြတယ်ဒီကဆိုတာကြီးဒီဝါရီကိုဖြစ်တယ်စိုက်တယ်ဒီကပါဠိကိုဖြစ်တယ်ဒီပြောလို့ရှိရင်ဝမ်းပိုက်စိုက်ပြီးတော့ကောင်းတဲ့လာတဲ့အာယုနဲ့ရှိမှတဲ့ဒီကတဲ့အောင်ဒီရည်ကြည့်တာဝိတကကြာနေတော့အစိုက်ပြီးတော့ဒီဝေဒုထားတော့ဘာကမှသိလို့ရှိတယ်ဖြစ်သွားတာဝိจารဆံနေဖြစ်တော့အဲဒီမှာဒီဝရဏတရားတွေကျင်းလာလို့ရှိရင်အသေးဖွဲစိတ်တရားကိုဒီလေးကအစားဒီလေးဖြစ်တာဒီလားကျွမ်းနေတယ်လက်ချတာဖြစ်တာဒီလေးဖြစ်ရင်ဒီကြောင့်ချမ်းသာမှုဖြစ်တာဖြစ်တာဒီကဖြစ်ရင်ဒီနေမှုဆိုတာလည်းဖြစ်တာသိရစားပြီးတော့သင်္ကစမာရီ
To explain in practical manner the practicing yogi when they are practicing meditation, when they are doing the job, is to collect Khanika Samadhi. Yogis are practicing to aim the mind towards the object, to focus the mind and the object diligently. So when they do this, the mind, noting mind and the object, they come together. In other words, it involves right aiming. When they put effort, the mind and the object come together as if the mind is rubbing on the object. Now this involves touching. It's like touching, the mind touching the object, the mind rubbing the object. This involves Vijara jana. Vijara means directing the mind towards the object. It also involves Vijara jana. Vijara means touching, rubbing of the mind on the object. When this happens, Nivarana or hindrances are free. Yogis are free from hindrances. Once the yogi is free from all these nivaranas, piti, rapture arises. From there on, sukha or bliss arises. After that, yogi is said to gain Khanika Samadhi, momentary concentration. Now to explain in a practical manner again, when you note rising, you have to direct the mind towards the rising process. This is vitak. Vitaka jhana. And when the mind reaches the object, and the what? Janega. When the mind is rubbing on the object, we have this Vijaya Janeka, part of the jhana. At this moment, at this time, all the nivarana hindrances are free. When the yogi is free from hindrances, piti or rapture arises. After that, he will be having bliss, or in Pali it is known as sukha. And then yogi gains concentration. From there, yogi gains momentary concentration, moment to moment. Or we can also say, at this time, the yogi gains ekagata, one pointedness of the mind. When Khanika Samadhi becomes strong, the mind will become calm, tranquil. Only when yogi is free from nivarana or hindrances, the mind will be as if staying in appana jhana, appana concentration.
Nivarana kemu sarare lengi popola de ayung mo shukwe ayung chinda ke tiga sabi sebe so kiti ni mapiat tawo shuman naiwa nivarana kemu dole chimo kemu.
To be free from hindrances, yogi must be able to note diligently on the object that arises urgently with aiming and focusing.
Shukwen ayunga Amyo Pyongan Yimelo Pana Shumaku Tati Lomo Tiki Husamariha Tatare Donia Kitamari no Tamari and Setting Setting Damada the Zeta Satyo Sinsemutia Chitin and Sinsemia Kiva and you were not Kiva. You will not came up, we got the money out in the up. I will not say to the which is needed.
Yogi must be able to note in a continuous manner how it is like an endless stream. It must be continuous like that. The objects may be changing all the time, but the mindfulness and concentration must be there all the time. The first part of concentration, or let us say the first concentration, must be connected very closely with the next concentration. Only then we say that concentration is continuous. Only when the concentration, mindfulness and concentrations are continuous like that manner, yogi will be free from nivarana or hindrances. Only when the yogi is free from hindrances, the yogi will develop Kanika Samadhi. Now, when Kanika Samadhi becomes strong, yogi can keep his bhavana mind in a continuous manner, in a stable manner.
Kanika Samadhi, the Togi of Abhi Patamato Abhi Haida Yunan and a lady of Korea, Julia, there are young ship, whether I know. Now, said you will see going to bring us somebody the top the cheap argument. Down the children sets up killing. You understand, doing the thing. Say, he learned what the land. Now, said you need a Kajama. We got money, the 2 heads are arguing. Don't you say, you know, people we were the Lala. Calling government is here, what is it? Don't do the unit here. Here, what is it? Here. And what do I see there? We take out the Mario,
now this Kanika Samadhi will become strong lot by lot. Now, when the first lot of Kanika Samadhi becomes strong, the yogi will come to know the phenomena of Namarupa, the mind separate from the matter. But yogi still has not developed the vipassana jnana. Now, when the next lot of Kanika Samadhi becomes strong, yogi will come to know about the cause and effect factor. But it is not still a vipassana jnana. But when the Kanika Samadhi becomes strong in an extraordinary manner, the yogi will come to know that this cause and effect manner arise and disappear from moment to moment. And he will come to know that this phenomena is suffering. This phenomena is not permanent. In other words, he starts to develop vipassana jnana. Now, vipassana jnana means the phenomena of Namarupa not being permanent. They are suffering and they appear and dissolve by itself. So in this practice, Vitaka, Vijara, Kanika Samadhi are involved. So when the yogi becomes strong in Kanika Samadhi, in an extraordinary manner, he develops vipassana jnana. So that is why Kanika Samadhi will support vipassana jnana, and it is conducive to vipassana jnana.
ဒီလောက်ကိုပြီးလို့နော်ဆိုတော့ဥပဒနာညာဖြစ်ဖို့ရတယ်ဒီကိစ္စကတော့ဒီဆောင်းရတာပါပဲပေါ်လာတဲ့လည်းငယ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့အာရုံကသက္ကနာတက္ကနာဖြစ်ပြီးဉာဏ်ကြီးအောင်လုပ်ပြီးအဲဒီအာရုံတော့ဥပဒနာညာအလိုလိုဖြစ်တာလိုလိုညာကြောင်းနေတော့
So in short it can be said that to practice meditation means to gain Khanika Samadhi, which is conducive to Vipassana Jnana. When the mind becomes concentrated on an object from moment to moment, the yogi gains Khanika Samadhi. Once the yogi gains Samadhi, his practice will make him gain Vipassana Jnana.
ဒီတော့ဥပဒနာဇာဖြစ်လို့ယောဂီဟာဥပဒနာဇာဖြစ်ရေးကိုနေပြီးတော့လည်းငယ်ပြစ္ဆုတ်ပံကြားကြလည်းငယ်ဘူးနည်းပေါ်လာတဲ့အဲဒီပြစ္ဆုတ်ပံကြားကြမလို့တန်းဒီကားကဆရာဆိုပြီးတော့ဆွေးနွေးဆိုရှိတယ်ဒါပဲဒီလိုပါပေါ်ချင်းကလည်းလည်းငယ်ရှိမှဒီလိုစဉ်းစားဖို့လို့ဒီဆက်မပြတ်တဲ့ခါလေးဘလို့တတ်မှတ်နေလို့ဖြစ်တယ်။ဓမ္မနဲ့ဓမ္မကလည်းခါလေးဆက်ဆက်ပြီးဒီကြောင်းကြီးကနေတော့နေလို့
So if one wants to gain Vipassana Jnana, one has to note the object that arises in a very urgent manner, with aiming, focusing diligently. Then the yogi is sure to gain Vipassana Jnana. He has to do nothing else. Yogi should not be thinking about many things.
အဲဒီစဉ်းစားမိရအမှတ်ကလေးတက္ကသိုလ်ကြီးကမလတ်ဖြစ်အောင်လို့ဒီវិธีရဲ့အကျိုးကိုနားလည်လို့ဉာဏ်လို့ကြောင့်ကရှင်းရမယ်သိတဲ့မရမလားလည်းပဲအဆုပ်လုံးဝအိပ်လို့ဆန္ဒဆိုင်ကိုစတဲ့ချိန်မှာမှတ်ဒီလည်းဒီလိုသွားနေဒီတော့အဲဒီလိုဖြစ်တာနားလည်းခါလည်းနားလည်းအားလည်းခါလည်းအားလည်းဒီလည်းခါလည်းဒီလည်းတွေ့လည်းခါလည်းတွေ့လည်းဆိုရဒီကဘာလို့ဖြစ်တာဒီကဘာလို့ဖြစ်လို့ဒီကလည်းတောင်းတယ်
So yogi should be noting continuously like a string. So to be able to do that, one must be able to understand what is meant by Vipassana insight. One must cherish Vipassana insight. One must put a value, and one must practice precisely, diligently. But if one stops noting, takes rest, etc., Khanika Samadhi cannot be gained, and it is sure that this particular yogi will not gain Vipassana insight. So the yogis, except from the sleeping hours, they must be noting, contemplating on the objects that arise diligently, without fail.
နောက်တော့ဒီမှာအတုတဲ့ယောဂီတွေချိန်သာကြာကြောင်းတော့တလားကသုံးလားငါးပေါင်းများတော့ကြာသွားတယ်။အဲဒီလိုဒီခုနဲ့စိတ်တော်ကိုမရှိဘူးဒီလိုစိတ်တော်ကိုကြည့်ရလဲဒီလိုလည်းကြည့်ဘူးဒီနားလည်းညံလို့ကြောက်ဖို့မတန်ဘူးဒီလိုစိတ်တော်ကြာတော့ဒီဘက်လည်းကြည့်ကြတယ်။ကြာတော့ပြည့်လာတရားတို့တယ်လို့ဆိုတယ်တောင်းပြရပြီးတော့အဲဒီ တော့ကိုယ်ထိုက်ကြတယ်ဒီလိုလိုက်ကြတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးပြဒီစိတ်ကမလို့လည်းငါတို့ဒီလိုလုပ်နေတာတော့တတ်တယ်
Here a lot of yogis come to practice for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But many do not respect, many do not practice precisely. Why? They do not understand the benefit. They do not cherish, they do not put their value on the practice. So after staying here for a long time, they do not gain vipassana insight. Then what happens? They get bored. They want to stop practicing. They think about this, they think about that. Now the meditation teachers here are all the time instructing the yogis how to practice. But if they do not obey the instructions, it is up to them.
ဒါသိရှိရအောင်ဒီကတော့ဥပဒနာသံဃာညီမျှကြာဆုံးစိတ်ကြီးငြိမ်နိုင်ပါကလေးဒါမှမဟုတ်
Sure. So Siara will go on to the next question. What is the normal maximum length of time the mind dwells in vipassana jhana?
အဲ့တော့ခုနခဏိကဆိုတဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးဒီလိုရှင်းနေတယ်မှာဒီပါတော့ခဏတစ်စက္ကန့်လေးနည်းနည်းပေါ်လာတဲ့အာရုံရဲ့ပေါ့သင်္ကန်းရဲ့တရားစာကိုတွဲရဲဆိုရှင်းအဲ့ဒီတော့ခဏလေးကြာအဲ့ဒါတော့ဒီစက်တိုင်းစက်ကံလေးတော့ပိုင်ရအဲ့ဒါတော့
So Sayadaw has explained about Khanika Samadhi. So the answer to this is already explained by Sayadaw. But Sayadaw has said, when noting the objects, there must be aiming, focusing. Maybe second from second. But the duration of the Khanika Samadhi may be a fraction of a second.
The Kana Ayundi program was such a one as well. Two years the Kuya Squattolity. The Kanali Jad or the Kuya Samadhi, the Kuya Squattolity. Mama Amishi with the two of them. Tavimelo and Amici Kuya Samadhi was the two and the Pisadi and yeah. Who Kaka. စက္ကစက္ကရှိအောက်ဝကောင်းတော့လည်းအားရရှိတတ်ပါတယ်။ဒီကြားတဲ့ဘုရားကပြောလို့ရှိရင်သူကြောင်းလေးကြီးချင်းကြောင်းလေးကြီးဘုရားကကွဲနေလို့ရှိရင်ချိုးကြည့်လိုက်ဘယ်လိုလဲကျိုးတော့နေမှာလို့ချောင်းနဲ့တစ်ချောင်းပေါ်ဥက္ကပ်ပြီးသူကြည့်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာထိုင်သွားရင်းနဲ့ချိုးတော့တယ်။အဲဒီလိုလေဒီမှာဘုရားလည်းတဲ့ခါကျတော့ဒီလိုဒီကောင်းရင်ဖြစ်တာ။ဒီနေ့အပြင်ကျိုးရင်လေးကျိုးရင်လေးကျိုးရင်မြင်လေးကိုဘုရားလည်းဖြစ်တာ။မြင်မှကျိုးသေးသေးလေးကိုမြင်လေးတနည်းရင်ဆွဲထုတ်ပြီးတော့ဖြတ်လိုက်လို့ရှိရင်ဘယ်လိုပြတ်နိုင်လဲအဲ့ဒီမြင်လေးအနိကဆုံးလုံးပြီးတော့ကြည့်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာအနောက်ခံရတဲ့ကျိုးဖြစ်တာ။မြင်လေးရဲ့တနည်းအနေနဲ့စသည်ကျိုးနေတဲ့အခါမှာဒီအောက်ဘက်ကောင်းတော့စွန့်နေတယ်အဲ့ဒီသဘောမျိုးလေးဒီကစီမာဒီကိုယ်လေးတွေဆောင်းလေးတွေမကျဲစီတဲ့ဒီခုနဲ့ဒီဆက်ဆက်ခုကသွားလို့ရှိရင်အလုံးအောက်ဘက်ကောင်းတော့ဒီအားတွေပြည့်တယ်ဒီအားပြည့်တယ်စိတ်ကလည်းငင်းတက်တက်ပေါ်သွားတဲ့အောင်တက်တက်အားတယ်
So, the length of the Khanika Samadhi or duration of the Khanika Samadhi is just for a moment only. Because the Khanika Samadhi happens on a particular object from moment to moment. So if this duration of the Khanika Samadhi is very short, one may say that it is not strong. But if you collect all the Khanika Samadhi, in other words, one Khanika Samadhi and the next Khanika Samadhi, there is no gap. In other words, if the Khanika Samadhi become together one after another continuously, it can develop an enormous energy. Example here is, we have tiny little sticks. One stick is very weak. If you fold it, it may break. But if you put these tiny weak sticks together, collectively they become strong. So, if the Khanika Samadhi are collected that way, the energy, mental energy, can become enormously strong. Now another example is, we have fibers, tiny fibers. If you pull them, they will break. But if you put this tiny weak fiber and make it into a rope, collectively they become very strong. In a similar manner, the Khanika Samadhi, a little stick of Khanika Samadhi, a little weak fiber of Khanika Samadhi, if you put them together, they become enormously strong. So, if you have this kind of Khanika Samadhi, you can keep your mind on the object for very long, continuously. The yogis who are practicing here, a lot of them, in their Khanika Samadhi fibers are not together. Among these Khanika Samadhi fibers, there are a lot of gaps. The first concentration and second concentration are not connected, so the energy becomes very weak. Therefore, they cannot develop Vipassana insight. And after that, what happens is, they become bored. Because the strengths of Vipassana, the strengths of Khanika Samadhi become scattered with lots of gaps inside. If there are gaps in noting, Nivarana or hindrances will arise. So to prevent this nivarana from arising, yogi must be noting every second without fail. Then only he can develop energy. But most of the yogis, a lot of the yogis are not doing that. Therefore, they cannot develop insight even after practicing for a long time. They become bored and they stop the meditation and they go away.
ဒီတော့မှတ်သုံးဥစ္စာကဘာလဲဆိုဥပဒနာဇာရင်အကြောင်းအရာအရာအနဲ့ဒီရှုမှုရဆဲသွားခြင်းမှတပါးအကြောင်းအရာပါဠိပါလဲဒါပါဆိုကြတယ်
မရှိတော့ပါဘူး။ဒါမရှိတော့ပါဘူး။
ဒါမရှိတယ်
ဆိုတော့
အဲ့ဒါဘာမင်းမမသိဘူး
This third question, besides ceasing of the breathing process, what are the hallmarks of vipassana jnana? The shadow is not clear about this question. But unfortunately, Mr. Yeshua is not here anymore.
ဒီဝတ္တနာဇာရဲ့အာယုဟာကောင်းကိုယ်ကိုတော့ကလေးဝင်ဒီမှာတပါအခြားအာယုရှုကြရှိပါသေးသလားဆိုတာမျိုးနေတာလားအဲ့လိုဆိုတာလည်းပြောတယ်
Sayadaw thinks that to gain vipassana jnana, are there other objects to be contemplated apart from rising, falling, etc.?
အဲ့ဒီသဘောမျိုးနေတယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့